Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we are sitting live at the first batch release of Old Louisville Whiskey Company.
Yeah.
Did you say Louisville?
Did you say Louisville?
Louisville?
I don't know
I'm
where
sorry, my
that
bad.
is.
Louisville.
There we go.
Louisville.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm glad Andy could get me immediately on how to pronounce
What do we do with these Southern Indiana people?
I don't understand.
They want to be a part of us. They don't want to be a part of us. They think they're
Louisville.
different. They think they're better, but they're not.
Yeah, I know. I hear
Louisville. Who says that?
Listen, some people don't know.
That's like someone who's never even seen this on a map. Like,
But so listen.
No,
So part of our
you've been doing
listeners
this for
are like
so
in
long.
Australia. If you say Louisville, they'll be like, "Where the hell's Louisville?"
no, they'll know that because
No,
they'll
they
be like, oh,
won't.
that guy's from there.
No, they won't.
You just don't want to be
Yeah.
associated.
Right. That's exactly
That's
right.
100% what that is.
They'll go, I know where that is, and he's not from there.
Yeah.
So my bad. Old Louisville
There you
Whiskey
go.
Company.
You know, now you're trying too hard. But
Louisville. That's not
God.
trying hard.
I wish you could see your face right now when you made that. You're like,
Louisville.
yeah.
He's thinking too hard about
He
it.
is.
All right.
We've
so
done
anyway,
1,000 podcasts, and this is the first time he said Louisville.
that's not true. I've said Louisville multiple times, and usually I get made fun of. Usually it's by Josh. So fair enough.
Yeah, well,
That makes sense.
I can never get both of you here at the same time.
it's fine.
So I brought my proxy, Josh.
Proxy, is that
Mr. AC
is
in the
that me?
house. That is you.
Okay, Proxy Josh. I'll take
Mr.
that.
Andy in the house. What's going
Yeah.
on, Andy?
Oh, not the Old Full fanboy.
Not OFO fanboy.
No.
You
He
bet,
likes some mofo.
you bet he's drinking some right now? I bet he's drinking
No,
some
he's
right
still
now.
working right now.
Well,
I
can
still
it be
bet he's
both?
drinking some.
Yeah.
No.
Can he? Yeah.
Who
It could be
doesn't?
both.
Yeah. You have a bottle in your desk. Like, we all know that.
Maybe in my back credenza.
See?
Maybe. It's not
know.
open. It's
See?
not open, though.
Oh, no,
it's not open.
Never be open.
It's never open.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
never.
for show.
Yeah.
Especially for Andy.
Yeah, well.
Municipality worker. He would never have
No.
a bottle
It's
and
never opened.
never open. It just looks real pretty sitting on
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah. Just looks good there.
Anyway, so we are at Old Louisville Whiskey Company
Perfect.
for their first release, batch one,
If I could reach across this table and smack you without everyone hearing it, I would do that.
2502 are the number of bottles.
Yes.
And it's ringing in at, what'd you say, 114 proof?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
first instincts. What do you think, man? Get the schnoz, the knob in there.
It's very rye heavy,
It is very rye heavy.
which everyone likes that.
And we said it's 21% rye on the mash bill?
I believe so.
Okay. So it could be a 36. We'll ask Amin
It's
if we can
not.
sneak him over here someplace.
He is socializing.
He is socializing.
Social butterflying.
Absolutely. He should be. It's his company. It's his time. It's his day. He should be enjoying
it's
it.
a blend of a couple barrels, but it's good.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely. It's got a great nose. Got some vanilla and some caramel and
Oh,
my
we're
bad,
doing this now?
caramel
Caramel.
It's like Shaq.
shack.
It's the worst.
And then got all kinds of good stuff here. That rye note though is just nice.
Blends well. These barrels blend well together.
Yep. So do you know how many went into this batch or no? That's another Amin question.
I mean, you can assume, you can do math, right? I mean,
we don't know how old it is. Did it have an age
somewhere
statement?
between 4 and 8 years old.
4 and 8 years old. So
I'm
it's got some
assuming.
old stuff in it. Okay.
I'm assuming.
Oh, so, you know what happens when you assume, right?
I'm correct is what happens when I assume.
If nobody knows, then you're always correct.
That. Listen, if there's nobody to question
That's what I'm.
See?
Yeah.
Right.
See?
If there's-
I wasn't wrong.
Nobody can tell you no.
I guess
This
that's
is what
true.
it is.
So when Amin gets here, we can probably say yes.
He'll say the same thing.
He was right, or B, he was wrong. And
Right.
then we can, justify or unjustify Mr. Jasnoff's answer.
I was listening to an interview of an.
Could just let me have this one.
Yeah. Right.
Probably not.
I was listening to an interview of a retired baseball umpire one time, and the interviewer asked him, can you think back onto a time when you made a bad call? And he said, I never made a bad call. What do you mean? Like in your whole career, you're saying you never made a bad call? He said, I'm the ump. Whatever I call, that's what it is. There's no bad calls. And I'm like, that's okay. That, so if you'd say this is what it is, this is what it is.
Pretty
There's
prophetic.
Nobody to tell you different.
Yeah. That's pretty prophetic. I get that.
Unless it's Angel Hernandez umpiring, and then it's just... Then he lets someone have 4 strikes against him, and it doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, every now and then you got to have 4 strikes.
It was the dumbest thing. Did you see that the other day?
I
Not
didn't.
that I mean to digress anything.
That's
but-
my only baseball story. I don't watch baseball.
So yesterday there was, I don't know, I think it was the Astros, because why not? And one of their players literally took 4 strikes.
Wow. I mean, what happened on third strike that he didn't sit down?
The
what do
umpire
you
never
mean?
rung him up.
Yeah.
So
Never did the chainsaw move, so
Yeah,
he thought he was okay.
So it was strike 1, foul ball, strike 3.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything after strike 3. Like, neither bench nor the pitcher nor the umpire. And then he grounded out to first, and I was like, dude,
So
you could have
everybody
home run, and that would be
everybody
great.
forgot how to play
Everybody.
baseball.
Everybody.
Everybody.
And
They
it
just
was-
assumed the umpire
And
was right.
they were playing against, I guess,
The umpire is
Just
right.
prophetic.
The umpire is right.
and then Dusty Baker was like, yeah, I guess we just missed it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, no, it was against the Red Sox. And Alex Cora was like, not asked about it.
Right.
Wow.
It's so funny.
That's crazy.
I want that. Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
You could screw up that badly in a professional level.
We've
Yeah.
got
Be
some
okay.
great bourbon stories.
We do.
We have some
Those
great
are
bourbon
all
stories.
kinds of
Those are
bourbon
great
stories.
bourbon stories.
Sorry.
So
I love
looking,
it.
looking
I
around,
started
we're at the Rick House. Looking around in the Rick House, we've got some space here. We've got, what would you say is over there? Probably 50 to 75 barrels.
Sure. Yeah. That's good.
So
That's
he,
right.
he's got a really, really nice, start for a really, really good whiskey company here, and just really, really nice. And the label
Love
is
the
awesome.
label. Love the bottle. Love the
bottle.
bottle.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
It's cool. It catches your attention.
Yeah, I like the bottle and the fact that it has the little insets.
I just appreciate that people are going to the taller bottles.
Yeah, for one, they're easier to see, especially on a bar back, things like that.
Yeah.
So as you move into, I guess, retail / bars and things like that, it gives you a more visible product. And I just really, really like the label.
You know what else I appreciate is that day one, people are already posting it for sale on their liquor store and like bragging about it.
Wow.
Like that's impressive, right?
Yep.
You have it day one. You have liquor stores on social media saying, "I have this first batch, first release. Come get it."
Right.
That's awesome. That speaks to itself right there.
But the label, one of the things I really, really loved about it is the fact that it's called Old Louisville, and with that, it's got like the street map lined out, so it's really, really distinctive as far as the way it looks, and it's got a really, really cool look to it. The color scheme is awesome.
Well, you know what's cool about the color scheme is there's going to be 3 different colors.
Okay.
So obviously, this batch one is blue.
Right.
The rye is going to be green,
Yep.
and then their single barrel is probably going to be red. Is what I'm
Okay.
assuming.
That
So they're
makes
going to
sense.
do a couple different color schemes for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm giving away trade secrets or anything right now, but
Right.
But it feels like you are.
feels like I am,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
So, but I love how it ties down to Old Louisville, and it gives the streets and the way that the river lays into over Louisville, and then I don't know if it kind of reminds me of the old Tiffany, the Boston Red Sox.
Oh yeah.
The
Back to baseball.
Yeah,
See, we circled back,
we did circle back to baseball, but
and to the Red Sox too.
so the label writing, or the lettering, is kind of, to me, is reminiscent of that Tiffany design.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as that stuff goes. So super excited to see these on shelves, how they go out. Like I said, the taste on this thing is delicious.
And it's already like being sold in liquor stores day one.
They won
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's there.
I mean, distribution literally picked this up probably 12 hours ago.
really.
Yeah, it's already out in stores.
It's on the shelf.
Gotcha. So, I wonder how fast these things are going to sell out.
I mean, we can call the stores and just be like, hey.
2502.
Got any?
2,500 bottles is not a lot. So I have that idea that in the city of Louisville, here,
Oh, man.
Louisville.
it will
I just want to jump across
fall
this
off the
table.
shelf. Listen, I can say Louisville. I can say Louisville. I can say whatever I want to say.
I know you can. I can also jump across this table.
You can. I mean, you probably took a beating, but you could jump across it.
I got leverage coming at you.
That's okay. I got.
You're sitting down. I'm
I
standing
got,
up.
I got old manness and anger on my side, man.
You have pent-up anger? No.
My dad used to always say, I have old age and treachery.
Treachery.
And whenever you think you can take down old age and treachery, you just come right at it.
Yeah.
It's nasty and mean for a reason. So
He's sinewy.
that being said, back to the pour.
The pour.
The pour.
I love the coloring on this, too, by the way.
Yep.
I realize for those of you at home that can't see what we're doing right now,
Right.
we'll post a picture of the bottle so you can actually see the color of it. But like in contrast to some of the other stuff that's out there on the shelves, I mean, that real dark color brings
It
out.
does.
You can tell there's some richness to it. There's some age behind it. Nothing was rushed.
No, 100%. It doesn't look like it was rushed at all. But I think that's one of the things that he did right, by building this label and this brand is, he's been procuring barrels for quite some time. He's been laying them down, letting them do their thing, and then he's made a conscious effort to make sure that not only is the label right, the bottles are right, but everything that goes with it is just right. So it's really, really neat. So I'm just going to say on average 180 bottles. That means there's roughly 14 barrels
Probably.
in this small batch.
Probably.
13 to 14.
Give or take, yeah.
Did you work that out on your abacus?
I did, man.
Nice.
I have an abacus.
Pocket abacus that
I
you
do.
pulled out there.
Yeah, it's called a calculator.
Oh, nice.
It's on an iPhone.
This is a calculator watch, actually.
Yeah. It's a Casio.
Here I am getting pressured by the engineer and and Matt.
You're sweating a
Jeez.
little bit, man.
Yeah, I'm sweating like a hooker on
The
nickel
liquor
night, man.
guy.
That's
The
crazy.
engineer and the liquor guy are pressuring
Yeah.
you about your calculator watch.
100%.
I appreciate that you still have one of those and it works.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have a calculator. Now, whether it works or not is totally different. But so did we see him eating anywhere? Nope. Yeah, we lost him. Now's the time to flag him down when there's not a ton of people in
I
here.
think there's a ton of people in the other room.
It looks like the charcuterie board is loaded.
The charcuterie monstrosity.
It is. It is.
That's no charcuterie board. That's a freaking 12-foot table
Yeah.
covered in charcuterie.
100%. That is a charcuterie table. That is not a charcuterie board. So
Everyone went back in for the air conditioning. Is
right.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
also 1,000 degrees in here,
right.
Yep. 100%. It is a rick house.
I guess. Technically.
I mean, I would consider this just as much a rick house as any other rick house I've been in. I mean, it's 4 walls, not insulated.
True.
Has whiskey.
Yeah.
It has whiskey
There's
in
some
it.
barrels sitting around.
There's a few barrels. There's a few barrels.
So, I mean, what else would you call it?
All right, fine.
It's a rick house.
Absolutely.
It's a
We're
rick
going with
house.
that.
So, Andy, what do you think?
I thought it was good when I first nosed it. I did not expect. It was a little hot, just off the nose. But I like high proof and I love high rye, and I really do like this. This is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I think once it opens up a little bit, right? Because
Yeah.
we get these pours. Glass doesn't do it justice. The neck pours are going to be a little bit hotter, right?
Right.
Well, look at the legs on this glass.
Look
I mean,
how-
look
look
it's
at the-
coating it.
Look at the Scott's favorite word.
Oh,
Legs.
the viscosity
the
on it.
viscosity.
The viscosity on this bad boy. It's got great legs. I think the actual word that Toby said that I never said was viscousy, but I don't know.
Viscousy.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I said that's not even a word. He goes, exactly. You say viscousy all the time. I'm like, I say viscosity.
I've never heard you say viscosity.
I know, I've never said
Other
it.
than that conversation the two of you had, I've
Yes.
never heard you say
I
it.
think
Yeah.
you should call it viscosity.
Viscosity. You know
I'm
what?
going home.
That
I
would be
quit.
trademarked right now.
Trademarked
right.
and quit.
Viscosity.
Done and done.
Yeah, we're right there with Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville. So, I don't know. Crazy. Why don't somebody track Amin down, try to steal him for 5 minutes, and then that way we can run with this bad boy.
I tried. He said give him a minute.
Well, a minute's a minute. It's been a minute, so I don't know. Anyway,
He's hosting.
He's social
got-
butterflying.
he is
Hosting duties.
hostess with the mostest. How is the old fashioned, Matt? You're the only one that got the old fashioned.
Carrie got the old fashioned too.
Oh, did he? Okay.
It's very.
Barrelly.
Barely.
What,
Barely.
what does that mean? It's,
I don't know. That was a really
because
weird
it's barrel
way to
aged?
describe. Yeah, so it's a barrel aged Manhattan.
Okay.
Or old fashioned.
So in
But,
that
like,
situation,
I don't know if the barrel just wasn't very good or
it's real woody.
yeah, barely.
Should
Yeah.
I
But
grab
it's
us
not
one, Scott?
woody.
Woody.
You want me to grab us one?
Yeah, absolutely. Go grab
right,
one.
let me go
That's
grab
cool. Andy's gonna grab one.
It,
That way.
yeah, it is. There's too much wood flavor that comes out in it, and it overpowers the old fashioned that was made in there.
Gotcha. I guess I can see what you're saying. Just to try it, I'll have to figure that out. Oh, Amin's back in the house. He's back in the room. Maybe you can flag him down, Matt. That guy's waving at me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Doing a podcast. What are you doing?
I'm doing a podcast. Exactly right. We're just talking to people. So,
That's what we do.
man, I'm sweating like a
Yeah, you
hooker on
are.
nickel night, dude. It is bad in here.
There's a rick house after all.
It is. It is absolutely. I tell you what, he's got a nice little bottling line. He's got everything you need. I mean, to run a successful whiskey company here for sure. So, do you know if most of his stuff's been sourced from MGP, or does he have some Barton? What do you know? No. Come on, man. You're supposed to be Mr. All-Knowing. I know Amin so much better than you, Scott. Blah blah blah.
Trade secrets are trade secrets, my friend.
Trade secrets. All right. So, you don't think the transparency will be on the bottle?
I do not.
I hear you.
And if it is, good for the people that read the bottle.
Good for the people that read the bottle.
Good for the people that buy the bottle and then read it. See, it's barely.
I don't know that the smell is barely. It smells real fruity.
But it's just barely. Did you get the cherry in it?
I didn't put a cherry in it. There wasn't a spoon. I guess I could have just scraped one off in there. Yeah.
I usually just like it because it's got ice in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. That it's a little barely.
Yeah.
but I
Now,
don't
mind you,
it.
barely is a made-up word for just a woody flavor, but
Yeah. No, but
it's barely, right?
yeah, no, but I think it's still good. I
Nobody
mean,
ever quote me on that.
I just can't believe you said barely, like merrily, life is what a dream. But row your boat.
It has some.
The makeup of the old fashioned is good though. It's got the right amount of cherry. It's got the right amount of orange. It does. It is a little oaky. It does have a little woodness to it.
I think that's what I'm getting. It's got some oakiness to it.
It's the weird barrel age.
Yeah,
Well, it's not like a normal barrel age finish. Like,
but I'm not hating.
no. Also, it's cold.
It's got that.
Oh,
And
it's
it's 1,000
deliciously
degrees
cold.
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that like bitterness to it.
Yeah.
And on the finish, that's a little odd for
Yeah.
an old fashioned.
Yeah. No. 100%. But you're getting something different in that situation. So, what do you think about another bourbon label? Like, you know, they're coming out left and right. I like the fact that we've got somebody else in our backyard, local. We can come over, visit, taste through barrels, do things like that. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, it seems like every time you go to the liquor store, there's somebody new on the shelf that you haven't seen before and don't know where they're from, and you're searching the barrel of what city, what state is this from? We're looking for it. I don't mind that. I think a little competition, a little variety across the board. It's a good thing.
Right.
I like it. I think I'm glad that people like you are doing things like this, giving people an idea of what they're getting before they go buy a barrel or go buy a bottle. Rather.
I always say, like the old DJX saying, shoplift it before you buy it. Like
Yeah.
it gives you an opportunity to kind of talk or think about it before you buy it or pull the trigger on it. So it gives you a little bit of insight as far as that stuff goes.
Because you don't know what you're getting when you're standing at the store a lot of times, and I'm listening to you and you're telling me it's a wheater. I know I'm going to stay away from it.
Yeah, no, 100%. So we were just talking about the fact that it's nice to have another label that is close by, that and that you can appreciate as far as those aspects go.
And also on a positive note, we do not have a meet here at the moment because he is signing bottles for the line at the door.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Now, mind you, I didn't do that. Because
I didn't get mine signed.
I'm going to go do that, though.
Yeah, I guess I probably should too.
Yeah.
Before we leave. Come on over, Joe. What's up, man? Come on, Phil. Flip on the mic.
Sure.
We have another bourbon legend in the midst. We got Mr. Average Joe Bourbon in the house. What's going on, Phil?
Nothing much, man. I don't know about legend. I like to drink, though.
I tell people all the time I'm a
Who
legend
doesn't
in my
like
own mind. You can throw on the earphones if you want.
Okay.
That way you can hear a little bit better. That way you know where we're at.
Put your ears on.
Put my ears on.
Put your ears on. You can lower them, put them on, whatever you want to do.
All right.
So it's funny. I've been trying to get you on a show for forever.
Here we are.
Here I am.
Here you are.
Now what do we do?
So I don't know.
Now we edit this into 2 episodes and call it a day.
No, can't really do that. Anyway, we were talking about the flavor, the aroma, all that type of stuff. What are you getting off this bad boy? I know you've been walking around sipping it.
I get a lot of floral notes on that. A little citrusy kind of taste or smell. Then when I taste it, I get a lot of like creamy feel at the mouthfeel. I really like the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I love the finish.
It's got a lot of legs.
Got a lot of legs, but it's just good. I got to try some of the other stuff he's brought in and around, and I tell you what, I haven't had a bad one yet. So I'm excited for him. Really am. So
100% on that. I'm right there with you. But yeah,
what are you thinking with this?
I got a little vanilla, a little caramel, getting a little bit of that rye spice.
Yep.
I was coming almost like a honeysuckle.
That's a good analogy.
Honeysuckle.
Yeah,
okay.
like remember the old school honeysuckles? You pull the
Yeah.
It's kind of floral.
They're still that way. They haven't really changed.
They haven't changed at all, actually.
They really haven't.
Yeah.
They still.
That's a great analogy, right?
They're still making them the same way.
Yeah,
See, that's why I'm average. I can't get the analogies. I know what I taste, but I can't get the analogies. So it's simple.
Yeah,
it's simple.
that's okay. It's all good, man. It's all good in the hood. So, but yeah, that's what I got on this one. It was a little bit of that, and then the finish. It's got the Kentucky hug, even though it's not. I don't think it's Kentucky bourbon. I didn't look at the back of the label. But that being said,
I don't think it is.
Pretty sure it's MGP.
I'm pretty sure too.
Speculations.
Speculation. We can speculate to the best of us.
Please go buy the bottle yourself and check it out.
That's right. Go buy your bottle yourself and check it out. Yeah, great. I'm getting a picture taken of me, and I'm sweating like a hooker on nickel night. I love that.
Yeah.
I got $1. What'll that get us?
Hey, I just got a text from Oakville Fanboy, and he is actually drinking right now.
Is he?
Is he drinking Old
And he's
Folk?
drinking Oakville.
I called it.
Yeah.
See? Even at work.
I could have guessed. Well, he must be done with work.
He
if
must
he's
be done with
drinking.
work.
He must be hanging out with the wife and the kiddos at this point. So,
Probably not if he's drinking.
No, it didn't look like he's at the house.
but got some, like you said, some floral notes. That's what I'm getting is more of that honeysuckle piece. But also on the taste, you can get it like in that very, very back mid palate to the back and on finish. So,
I'm struggling because I'm going back and forth between this and the
Old-fashioned?
iced old
I'm
fashioned.
struggling because I just sweat out whatever I drank.
Right,
That's no doubt for
It's
sure.
pretty warm in here.
I think I'm dehydrated.
It is definitely
Even
warm
though we're
in here.
drinking.
Yep. So
That's why I didn't want. I'm gonna go get some food here in just a minute, but I didn't want to mess with the taste buds yet. It's like I wanted to really try it out and good.
Yeah.
Food's on the charcuterie monstrosity that's
I'm
over
still
there.
getting a fruit note in that, but I cannot pick it up.
Maybe that's you smelling your own sweat.
It could be my sweat dropping in there. It's like
Yeah.
like fat banana.
We just
Shit.
it's just running down your head, man.
I know
Dude,
it
it's
is.
everywhere.
I know,
Yeah, it
dude.
is.
Listen, I
If
don't
you
know
had
what to tell
hair, it would be the sweat that's coming off.
Right,
your head.
right.
for real.
It's like Fabio.
I'm almost saying almost like a pear or something like that.
It is a dull fruit.
Yeah,
You know,
it's not a stone fruit. It's nothing sweet
Currently,
like a
you've
peach or a
said
cherry.
7 different fruits
No,
right
I have
now.
not. It's a pear. Could be a little apple, but I think it's more of a pear.
He said dull fruit, like not exciting. It's not. Just how do you
Average.
It's just a
average
really
fruit.
dull fruit.
Well, you know, like a yellow apple. You know, there's a
Yeah.
difference between yellow and a green.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
a mushy yellow
Yeah.
apple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
not-
thinking like a what's
a
the
yellow
real,
delicious.
what's the real
Maybe,
soft
maybe we
pear?
maybe we
Is it
find a new
Bosch?
way to describe mushy yellow apple as a taste.
a dull,
Golden delicious.
It's just
golden
dull.
delicious, right?
It's like raisins.
like a prune.
So
Oh no prunes.
Yeah.
No prunes.
I've had prune on bourbon before.
Ew.
It wasn't one I hope you liked.
No,
Raisins. I've had raisins.
I like
too.
raisin.
No.
I
Yeah.
don't mind
raisins.
I don't mind raisin, and I don't mind plum either. Like you get some of
Really?
that plummy flavor.
No, I like plum.
I had a Weller
No, no,
Full
no.
Proof that was really plum forward.
You ever get juicy fruit?
Really?
Yes.
Juicy fruit, I get that.
Yeah. Yep.
Flintstones Vita Gummies? I don't know.
Flintstones, yeah, like that, like sweet but bitter.
Sweet
too.
medicinal.
Yeah.
No, I've had it for sure.
And then it tastes like powder all the way
But
down.
that's not this at all.
No, I know.
I'm really gonna guess, and I'm gonna say more of I think it's a Bosch pear is the one that's kind of the soft one,
Okay.
but I can't remember. Because the Bartlett is more of what they make cider out of. It's a little harder and
Sure.
more dense.
Sure.
All right, I see how it is. Oh, sure, Scotty. Whatever, dude.
We have.
All right.
It's not a pear podcast.
I'm not messing. I'm not.
It's not a fruit podcast. Currently, we've said 20 of them.
I know.
I'm done messing with you guys. So anyway, appreciate all that thought process. So what do you like about what's coming forward here with this, Phil? I mean, I think you got a lot of barrels laid down over here. Like you said, you've not tried any that were bad.
No, you know
What excites you about the Louisville thing?
just knowing him and knowing humble beginnings and knowing that somebody that I know is getting this kind of success and he's done it quietly and been buying barrels when nobody was really thinking about it, and now he's set the path in motion and he's doing it. It's like I just appreciate that. I love seeing people I know do well.
Right.
And it's like that's the biggest excitement for me with that. But then to start tasting his bourbon, and not only is he doing it, but man, he's got some good stuff. And I'm just excited for him more than anything.
What do you think about the label?
Oh, the label's awesome.
Dude, I love the label on the bottle.
I love his T-shirt. I've told him, I said I might just stick an Average Joe little label somewhere on his shirt because
I gotta
his
get one of
label
those.
is awesome, man.
It is really nice. I like it a lot. So,
He's done a good job. So
well, good
He's done
deal.
all right.
Well, I wanted to do a quick hitter episode. We're not going to catch him in today because he's too busy out hanging with I'm going to call us the commoners because we're all a bunch of commoners. Actually, wait a minute. He is walking back this way, so we might be able
Ladies
to
and
flag him down.
gentlemen,
I don't know if he'll walk back over here far enough or not.
probably
so,
not. He's
probably
like,
not.
these guys, damn it.
He's dodging us.
I
yeah,
know.
he's got so much going on
Oh,
right
I
now.
know.
And I bet he's excited as hell too.
I told him I only wanted 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is a
You're
lot
not
on a
gonna
day
get.
like
5
this.
minutes.
You're
is
not
a
gonna
lot.
get 5 minutes.
You might
No,
get
you're
30
not.
seconds.
30 seconds. Hey, should I take 30
He
seconds?
might pop in and be like, hey, bye.
Anyway, so,
Yeah.
but that's cool. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and sign off for this episode. If you want to find Bourbon Barrel Talk, you can find us on all of our social media outlets. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those good things. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can grab us, all of our episodes as they download every Sunday at 6 a.m. Make sure you send us any messages that you may need. You can send those either to bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com or you can hit us up on Facebook or Twitter with those.
We're also
This is-
doing a bet for how many ounces of sweat Scott has lost
More
during
than-
this entire podcast.
It's more than he's
I've
drank.
lost 1.5 pounds. I can tell you right now.
At least.
I could have ran a mile and sweat less than
His
this.
clothes are already fitting better. It was wet.
That's a darker shade of purple.
Absolutely, 100%. So I always say, man, who needs enemies when you got friends like this?
That's right. Thanks Thanks for letting me join you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Glad you could join
Thanks for
us,
letting us
Andy.
be your friends.
This is Scott, Matt, and Andy signing off.
You looked at us
And then a
backwards.
special, I know I did look at it backwards, and then a special drop-in for Mr. Phil Clark, Average Joe Bourbon. Check him out. He's on TikTok and
Mainly TikTok right
mainly
now.
TikTok right now. I think you got some YouTube stuff going on, or is it all YouTube Shorts?
It just really TikTok right now. We kind of backed off and just kind of revamping and restructuring on a few things. So
Good deal.
We'll be coming out.
Check him out. He's got some good stuff. He's always doing some tasters of the day, the Top Shelf Tuesday and Whiskey Wednesday, all kinds of good stuff. So check out Average Joe. He's a friend of the podcast. We love these guys, and we love anybody in the bourbon community. So this is us all signing off. Peace out.
See ya.
See ya.